Hey, so today we're checking out Phish's The Landlady off of the Picture of Nectar album version, and we're going to go about it a little bit differently, kind of a deep dive into each little part that Trey plays here. We start off with this intro. It is kind of weird. The song's in F sharp minor, or the key of F sharp minor. He's implementing F sharp harmonic minor scale a bit in the lick, the melody. The song is very reminiscent of the way that Santana plays, which has just got this really wonderful, wonderful Latin jazz kind of sound, Latin rock kind of sound. When you get a second, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. If you want to help support me and the channel, please subscribe to the Patreon. The links will be in the description below. And if you're interested in taking one-on-one Zoom guitar lessons with me, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. So the beginning of the tune here, it's a little unorthodox. It's not your typical F sharp minor or F sharp harmonic minor melody run. It's actually an F sharp augmented, which is really fishy. It's really different to start a song in F sharp minor with an F sharp augmented lick. If you wanted to maybe play an A augmented lick, that would make a little bit more sense if it was F sharp harmonic minor, but anyway, it's kind of a weird way to start it, but it sounds perfect. So we're going to see that little green box that I've highlighted there. I use fingers 2, 1, 4, and then 3. Then you have a little run at 11, 9, 10, 12, 9. It's just going 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5. Right up the scale, so we get back to diatonic harmony right away. So that's the opening line to practice. You want to be able to start on the E of beat 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, so that's the intro lick right there. Let's highlight a new section in blue here. Right, so that blue section, think of this second section. And that hammer-on you're seeing there, it's I don't know if I've ever noticed it in him playing it live, but I did pick it up on the recording there. So that right there for analysis. So it's a sequence moving down the F sharp minor scale, then a little leap of a third, third, fourth leap, then another third leap there. All diatonic stuff, nothing out of the key or out of the scale yet, not even our major seventh from harmonic minor. So putting those two together, and this is how I like to work with students. It's good to practice one little section. I do it in these little boxes so the visual is real easy to see in our lessons. And then another section, then try to put them together. And try to do that together. Other section, we'll go back to our green. So say you've just did that first 9 to 12 hammer on. You go right back up the scale. It's at the 4, the 5 to the flat 6. And then a little permutation of that. And then he goes, and then we get our first, see that F sharp up, or that F natural way up here? That F natural. That's our first major 7, so that's implementing our harmonic minor. So he goes, kind of a wormy lick. There's a couple wormy licks I like to say that are in this song. Really beautiful melody. Putting those all together. Alright, moving on. Now here's the real wormy lick. And those P's mean pull-offs, not piano. So that goes, look at that, it starts, you can see a big giant arrow there. Big giant off on beat 1, and it's just a 16th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So there's another real wormy leg. That's the meat of it right there. So a pull off from 12 to 9, then 11, 9 right after that. And then that slide down to 8 in one move. Right there. That's such a gorgeous wormy leg. Then he goes right up the scale. And not truly scalar right up the like stepwise. He'll go 5, so 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1, 2, flat 3, flat 6, 5. So he skips like the 4 in there or something. Nice and slow. Great leg. And we'll go just to the end of the measure there. Look up top at your rhythm. You got some longer notes here, or just listen to the song. It's kind of the beauty of tab nowadays. It'll go to that 12 down below. But this right here, all diatonic once again, no harmonic minor. So that melody's really nice. Ba 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 da 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 da. So that's what we call a sequence, which is a musical motif moving down in a system like a scale or an arpeggio. Down one more move in the scale. That's that green box right there. And yes, he's using that 10th fret once again. There's our major 7th to get us that harmonic minor kind of sound. And as you can see here, we've got our first ending. Right, you'll see that little line and number 1 saying this is the first time through this whole section. It starts with these 2 dots right here with the repeat section. And the dots let us know over here we want to go back to the beginning. That's just a basic repeat. And this is the first ending. And would you look at that? This lick starting on the E of 3, 1, 2, 3, E enda, 4 E enda, and it goes right back to playing the beginning section. Okay, so that's all pretty straightforward. We're going to move past this or move forward in the lick. If you were to do this a second time, you'd play measure 9, skip measure 10, go right to measure 11 here, which you'll notice that F sharp, this F sharp right here, it's the same note. And you want to generate quite a bit of feedback, which is a little hard for me right now because I'm going direct. 1, 2. So that lick right there, right here. So, I put the rhythm in there this time. Oh well. So this here, think about an open D minor shape is the way I like to think of that with the correct fingerings 2, 3, 1. Play that up at 10th position. Get a big stretch there from 10 to 14. And how about that for a bridge melody? That is just really lovely. But that right there is the way I like to think of that shape. It helps me kind of memorize how to play it correctly and memorize the actual notes. Just keep that D minor position. And then play positionally back to 9th position. So right there, what's he implementing? Sorry, not D minor, but B minor. So that would be your 4 chord typical move in composition to go from the 1 chord to the 4 chord, kind of like a blues, right? This would be a minor blues in that sense. Right, you got a little pull off there. Everything's diatonic still. Then he climbs back up the scale, and then we start our real sustained notes. And I went ahead a little bit there to that 9 down here. And when you do these, make sure that you wait a little bit. There's a little slide in this one, so let's start on that green box again. Right, I'm not quite hitting it on the downbeats. If you listen to it next to a metronome or a backing track, you'd hear that I am hitting that on the of 4 there, 4 E and then it'll be the of 2 and then the of 4 again. You can see those rhythms over there. Okay, so there is the beginning of the long section. Actually, we'll stop at the 9. Because this right here on the 12, he finally starts on the downbeat. We'll try to do this all in one go. It goes 12. So this feels a little less syncopated. We do have upbeats or upbeats on the of 4, but this rhythm's a little bit different. That part's a little bit tricky in there. Let's give another color for this. A little warning here that we want. And you'll notice we got 2/16 notes right there. So that can be a little bit tough to fit in. So starting from the blue again. Right, and then you've got your F natural going up to an F sharp, which is utilizing harmonic minor once again. And then you've just got your A section. You just go back to the beginning and play that head one more time. So that is basically the breakdown of Landlady. You can see it with all of those squares. That's a really good way to try to work on a piece of music that's challenging. Just break it up into measure by measure, 2 measures at a time. Do 1 and 2, then do 3 and 4, then put 1 through 4 together, or 4 through 8, however you want to do it. Some people like to work backwards. You could start at the last measure and work backwards. It's something that I've heard classical players like to do. So that's that. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, send me an email. Last thing I want to say is when they solo live, like they'll play this one off without Punch You in the Eye, and you'll hear a couple things. It's like a 2-5-1 in F sharp minor, harmonic minor as well. Might be botching the rhythm on that, but it's a 2-chord, half diminished 7, dominant 5 chord, 1 chord for like a solo section. And when they go off into the little piano drums duet where the bass and guitar, Trey and Mike, do their little dance, samba dance. I'm not sure what kind of dance it is, but you'll hear a little montuno. Paige will play. And that goes F sharp minor, F sharp minor major 7, F sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 6. You could also look at that as like a B dominant 7. Some people think of it as a 4 chord. That kind of thing. But for the most part, if you're going to solo on this, you'll hear Trey play a lot of F sharp minor pentatonic, and he'll throw in that F natural to give you that F sharp harmonic minor. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching. Take care.